Hello everyone, this is Maffuman, coach of the StarCraft Star Battle. We got a 6-on-6 shipbuilding action game starring Joe's mom. Joe's mom's going to come on in there. He's got those 5 upgrades on his interceptors, 2 speed. Pipey going to move on in. He's got 1.96 speed, got a little bit of money left. He's going to see what he wants to spend it on. Looks like he's going to go for a little bit of phase disruptors and shields. Important Nexus is going to come on in there. He has that plague. Simoholic is going in there. Electromagnetic Storm. Tehran, moving on in, he has 1.71 speed and no other abilities. LVK going to move on in there. He's got 2 longboat missile upgrades. Virtuoso, the frigate on the blue side, going to move on in there. He's got extra range and damage on his missiles. Nighthawk went for 1.61 speed, no abilities, but does have extra money to put into laser batteries, Gatling cannon. Beautiful plague right there from Poor Nexus onto Rex. Ghetto looks like he went for the Chrono Boost, and he's using that on Nighthawk, so Nighthawk can chase a little bit more effectively, far more effectively. Amaterasu going to move on in there. He's got Contaminate, and Nox has that EMP. Looks like with that, the battle lines are being set kind of around this middle. The interceptors being launched out. The electromagnetic storm was used on Nighthawk. And it looks like with all that, the blue side is kind of figuring out if they can try to push or not. It does not seem like they quite can, because the plague is just so good at doing some direct damage. EMP being used. Now Pipey doesn't have any abilities, but he is taking that shield damage, and Nighthawk's in a great position. He has the extra damage to do it, but Simholic came in there with a clutch save. And it looks like Rex is going to try to push on in there. He has longboat missiles. So he wants to try to do it against Tehran as well as LVK, who are kind of going up and around the side. Nox is going to have to go away. He is 1.71 speed, so he's decently able to actually do that. Nighthawk trying to do that little Michael Jackson moonwalk, going to push on in there because he went for his speed as well as Gatling cannon and laser battery. He doesn't quite have any ability to heal. He does start off with 1.41 speed, so 1.61 is good. He didn't have the extra money to spend on repair bots. He might do it now, but it is just so helpful to have the extra speed. And it looks like the blue side is going to have to retreat. The red side has more direct damage, so Plague directly burns Hull regardless of shields. We have Electromagnetic Storm being able to do some direct area of effect damage, but it looks like Ghetto went for Chrono Boost, which, because it doesn't do direct damage, it does sort of indirect support, let's call it. Places target allied unit in a Chrono Boost, causing it to attack, use special abilities, and operate 50% faster, and increases its speed by 0.1, which is pretty significant. So he can use that to make his allies, who are kind of trying to farm or trying to do a little bit of damage, try to kill off these interceptors, do that a little bit more effectively. You see right there, laser batteries. Now he just used his afterburners as well. You can combine the afterburners and the Chrono Boost to do extra damage as the extra damage dealer. Kind of similarly, Amaterasu went for Contaminate. Contaminate slows down all enemy units in the target area, reducing their attack speed by 50%. So instead of you making your allies do more damage, you're making your enemies do less damage. So both of those are super helpful, but in the very beginning, the Plague is just very good at pushing up the team because the team has such limited health, such limited damage, that that the Plague being used perfectly right there definitely builds up over time. And without the ability to heal yourself, like now the Dreadnought has repair bots, the VC could get BioSteel. Without those upgrades in the very beginning, it's just even more effective for the first couple minutes. Diving in there with the Plague, diving in there to stop the Plague, is this EMP from the Raven, Nox, and Rex is going to be pushed up on the other side. LVK and Pipey are going to push up the left side, while the majority of the blue side is sort of in the middle-ish right there. Virtuoso going to move on in there. He's going to launch some missiles. The beautiful EMP stopping Pipey from using any abilities. He has Energy Nova. He has Blink. But he can't use any of them because he doesn't have any energies. Tehran has a nuke. And I'm not sure if Nox knew that. You can't, when you click on somebody, you don't necessarily see what they have. You see these core upgrades. And because Nox might not have didn't see anything really significant down there, he probably assumed he had something. I'm not sure if he knew that he had nuke, but he knew he had something. Nighthawk, gonna try to retreat. He has repair bots, he's got some money. You basically need repair bots, and you need speed, and you need armor, and you need, your protective bubble. So all of that requires money. So he wants to just stay there, do that, but he doesn't want to take up the Tempest from Joe's mom. Now, these Tempests are basically Joe's mom's baby, and so I guess these are all Joe. These little Joes are down here. Now, they're going to suck up a lot of money, though. Interceptors and Tempest are kind of like, brother, like siblings. One of them has to be loved a little bit more, and we all kind of know which one it is, Tempest. But Interceptors are better. Nuke being launched, though. Nuke, if it can catch him, it can do a whole bunch of damage. The Interceptors are on him. The Interceptor's going to move on that way, and Nighthawk is hit. And Plague to finish him off. Plague, as well as Nuke, finished off the Nighthawk Destro in the first couple of minutes. He just really couldn't do very much about it because he was a little bit slow. Nuke's work operated about 1.8-ish speed, so 1.60. He did not have enough time to run away from that. But it looks like Virtuoso is going to try to go for some punishment for that. He has the range 9 and 11 on his missiles. And with that, a couple more rounds. Pipey is super, super low. Will he commit? He does commit and take him out. We had a Virtuoso moving on in there now. Simmerholic does use feedback. Can't do very much without energy. Can't run away with his afterburners. Is being burned down because he has the plague on him. MVK being blacked out, and he has scanner sweep. He has scanner sweep. He has missiles as well. We have Joe's mom pushing on up there. He can't make any more Tempests. You can only have 3 Tempests and no more than 3. So now he can finally make them if he had the energy. He does not because he's being drained all of the time. The energy war is absolutely on. We have Nox, who's swinging to miss Plague. Or no, swinging to hit Plague. We have Nox going in there with EMP. Get OSC could get feedback. Rex could get lockdown. And Amaterasu, he does actually have Siphon Energy. Looks like poor Nexus could get a energy drain ability, Siphon Energy as well. We have Simmerholic does have the feedback. Terran could get lockdown. However, at this point, he's super low on money because he spent a lot of it on Nuke. It did work out to take out an enemy, but that does put him at a slight disadvantage because he has nothing else. And it looks like LVK could also get energy drain abilities. Scanner Sweep is a thought. It does help, detect if they're in, creeping on the sides. But it looks like Rex is going to chase away from the Nuke. He's got 1.82 speed. The angle is almost. Kabam. Okay, so he's because he has 1.82 speed, he's about as fast as the Nuke itself. The Nuke was just at a certain angle where he could not escape it. He was getting healed though. He does have enough to survive. Looks like a great shot from on the Contaminate against the Interceptors. The Interceptors are going to actually die because it does it slows down all enemy units in the targeted area, reducing their attack speed by 50. Affected units will also take a small damage over time. I guess the damage is small enough to kill those Interceptors. We got Nox trying to farm up. He doesn't want to do too much farming in the Tempest zone though. He's going to try to just get some of this because he has a 700 money. But there's just so many things that that Ravens can do when they have energy, and that's what he's going for. Looks like Virtuoso is going to fly around the side. He's trying to avoid these Tempests, but he's also trying to kill off some Interceptors and also trying to farm. He's got 350 energy potential for a quick reload, which immediately finishes the cooldown on Black Hush rockets. Once you launch one round, you can launch again. And afterburners. And with that, he's going to try to push on up. He's got the range. Simmerholic is quite hurt. There's no Vortex right now, but he will survive. It looks like he has he's not going to be taken out by missiles at least. So we're going to see if he can make it all the way back to base. He's got 65 right now. He's got 1.81 speed, and will he be enough? He's just kind of pushing up. The red side's kind of flying behind him. Is there any healing on this side? He's gonna keep on running. He's almost there. He's almost at base. 5, 4, 3, 2. Whoa, no. Simmerholic was not quite enough. He had to get back to the command center, not just to the safety of the towers. And Tehran's gonna run away. He's got energy drained so often that he needs to even have more to support this nuclear missile, or start to get other abilities, other laser batteries, or longbow missiles, some other options that aren't just nuke. LVK knows that they are all in this area. No sneaky side farming or anything like that. It looks like Joe's mom's gonna push him up there. He has his Tempests. His Tempests are upgraded at 11. We got these Interceptors at 7. Basically, he needs money for everything. He needs money to support the Tempest because they cost 225 energy. He needs money to upgrade the Tempest because they cost money. Interceptors, money. And also needing more of them, needing range, needing speed, so you're not just at 1.61 speed. Yeah, he basically needs a second stimulus check. It looks like LVK is going to try to go up the sides. He's going to do as much as he possibly can. He is 3-shot farming. Oh no. So he has 2 abilities. Lockdown is super helpful. Scanner Sweep also exists. We have longbow missiles. Longbow missiles do some good things against the capital ships, but the money machine, these little phoenixes, and he's only 3-shot farming them. That's why it says farming 3-shot, which means it's slower than 2-shot, slower than 1-shot. Basically, it takes him longer to make the same amount of money that somebody who is also 3-shot farming, really, than somebody who's 2-shot farming would be able to do. And that does also, if he was flying against some other things like the Sky Furies, he wouldn't take those out as quickly as possible either. But the main thing is that he's just not making as much money as he could. At least not as quickly as he could. Ooh, good defensive green gack from Defense Matrix being used. Perfect Plague, 1, 2, 3. Bornex is running away, but doing a whole bunch of damage in the meantime. We got LVK trying to protect. He's got the, he's got some abilities. These Tempests are going to be warped in a perfect position. They're going to slowly push on up there. And it looks like this battle station is going to be defended. Poor Nexus staying around, using the Plague effectively. The Backlash Rockets are at 11, while his abilities are right now at range 13 and range 13. One thing about Overlords is that they are squishy, but you can upgrade the range. That's why these Mutalisks are also at 19 range. You can't do anything about Energy Blast, so it just stays there no matter how much range you get. But it does increase your Plague, your Side Blast, your other cool stuff. Unlike many other things, this feedback is going to stay at 10 no matter what. So he does have to dive in. He does have to get somewhat close to use his abilities. So there's usually a startup time, but his abilities can usually make up for that need to take some damage, even though he's squishy. Joe's mom trying to farm. Blue side retreating. 1, 2, 3 people are injured right there. Sorry for the zoom in. We got Battle Cruiser. He doesn't seem like he has the Biosteel upgrade right now. And Matarasso moving back. He's got about 700 monies, 760. Let's see what he ends up spending it on. Virtuoso about 300. Ghetto about 270. Rex 408. And so Nox already spent his money on stuff. Looks like he went for Sonic Shockwave. If he's around them, he can press the that's my purse, I don't know you button, push them all away. Will they go around them? Possibly. Now the Scanner Sweep was used, and he might have actually just saved his team from a warp in right there. The Scanner Sweep gives reveals position of all enemy ships in the area. Little plague on your own allies right there. But with that, he probably saw Nox going around the side, was not going to get caught by any warp trick shenanigans. It looks like these Tempests upgraded 16 times now. Interceptors at 8. The Tempest doing a whole bunch of long distance damage dealing right there. If you want to get close to the Raven, you gotta get shot. If you want to get close with a Arbiter, you're gonna get shot. Overlords, super squishy, never wanted to get Tempest shots, so they kind of have to rely on the Defense Matrix. You can launch your Interceptors at them. It's probably the best way of taking them out, but sometimes it's kind of a combination of Interceptors being launched out as well as just taking some damage. With that, the Tempest are set up right behind the line right there. Battle Station is going to get the extra reinforcement all the extra, Tempest Beach Balls shot at them. Rex not trying to do that. And with that, they're going to maybe try to go around the other side. Virtuoso, Backlash Rockets, using quick reload right there, as well as being, in the Chrono Boost. But with that, it's not quite enough for the blue side to take out a tower. They know that. They don't want to get hit. They know most of the people that are here have been plagued at some point. So they don't want to. They can't push that up any higher. Beautiful Plague being used again. The frigates are especially kind of vulnerable to Plague because they don't have the ability to repair themselves. They have no repair bots. They have no, biosteel. And Get OC taking a whole bunch of damage. LVK moving back. He's going to be protected by Poor Nexus. Poor Nexus is out of energy right now, though. So Virtuoso could not quite make that kill. Tehran moving in there. He's got a little bit of speed. He's got some range and laser batteries. Not much, though. Still relying on this nuke right here. Ooh, an EMP makes that nuke impossible. The blue side's going to descend on him, and there's nobody really around him. Poor Nexus is going to have to try to maybe do a little bit of damage, but he's all by himself as well. Doesn't want to get caught, knows he's still squishy, and the Tehran is just not possibly going to do this enough. He's got about 300. He might make it back. Yeah, he actually just barely could. Blackout being used, but he has 98. Wait, no, he's getting burned a little bit more, and he is going to make it. All right, we got Joe's mom pushing up there. The Blackout was beautifully used, stopping any extra damage right there. But Rex doesn't want to jump into that level of firepower. 500 upgrades, or 500 upgrades, 18 upgrades, 500 damage to massive ships, just 240 to towers and such. Virtuoso pushing back. Now, because he was plagued a whole bunch of times, he has a lot of shields. He upgraded his shields 10 times, as you should with any ship, but especially with frigates. But he's still going to be burning because he's in the heavily damaged. He can't do anything about that. The burning is just eternal because it's burning his shields first. Looks like Get OC is going to make it back. Went back to base with 1 health because of the crazy amount of Plague burning down his shields right there. Again, he just he can't heal himself. He can only give some energy shields to other people. And Rex is going to dive on in there. Rex is going to take a whole bunch of damage. He's going to decide that that's not the best thing to do and then retreat. He's got 8 upgrades on his laser batteries. These, interceptors were pushing in there. They were the Hydralisks that were the Swarm Command right there. He got Nox trying to fly around, seeing that there's an Overlord. They're playing a little bit of a chess game right there. Nox just moves back. Oh, not quite in time. Plague. He has 2.02 speed. Poor Nexus has 1.92 speed. And with that, he just is going to try to run away from these creepy Corruptors right there. Corruptors do so much damage. They are just spawned by the base because the Overlord has Swarm Command. Launches raids of Hydralisks, Corruptors, and Broodlords spawn at regular intervals and aid the Overlord in battle. Sort of. It's sort of like adding like a third of a player. It does sort of help. Hydralisk, not so much. Corruptor is yes, and the and the everybody else not so much as well. Virtuoso though taking a whole bunch of damage. Doing a bunch of damage. Poor Nexus is taken out by Virtuoso diving in there. Tehran taken out right there as well. It looks like Joe's mom is going to try to retreat, but this LVK is on the wrong side of things. Only has the lockdown. Is trying to use it right now, but to what effect? He's running away from the base. And it looks like Rex is going to push on in there as well. And LVK is gone, leaving just Joe's mom. Joe's mom all alone. He has his Tempest. He can't even spawn right now because he doesn't have the energy for it. He has some healing that needs to happen right now. And it looks like Nox is going to launch a Seeker missile. The attacks continue onto the mothership relentlessly. Missiles being launched ahead. 15. Looks like Virtuoso is going to go in there, try to split up. Once Battlecruiser moves on that side, takes it out, battle station. Joe's mom goes use a bunch of damage, and Blackout being used. Blackout's used on the Tempest as well as the carrier right there. We have everybody just mercilessly attacking the battle station, and with that, the Plague on the Tempest as well, just burning them down. And now the blue side is just surrounding them now. They don't want to go in too far. There's always the possibility that there's vortex. It doesn't seem like he has it. It doesn't seem like he will be able to get it. But with carries, you never really know. And it looks like they're just going to dive on in there. He's going to... Amaterasu used his Psionic Shockwave to push him back into base. Amaterasu taking a whole bunch of damage, though, having to be in the GAC. And battle station being hit, means that the laser beam is very little, and Joe's mom is taken out by Rex. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This was kind of quick. Things can super spiral into somebody's favor once they get a couple of really lucky kills. Make sure you guys send your replays to MaffumanCasting@gmail.com. Press like, press subscribe. We're doing StarCraft Star Battle all the time.